I suppose when you price your product, it already has a background, it already has a story, it already has a backing, right, from the government.
Yes.
Of course. So, sir, in all this excitement, and I can see a big smile on Dr. Sam's face, about the, we are talking about the evergreen city that we live in. How do you see the new builders and the existing builders comply with RERA? Whether it is the builders or the agents, do you feel that there are things which you would like to introduce to the city more, or do you think there is a decent level of compliance across the board?
Thank you so much, Diplaji. First point, of course, while introducing, you said Sandeep is always happy. I never, in my life, everybody will say, Satyanarayana sir always happy. I am also have that. Somehow you have not given that recognition.
No, sir. Like I said, I know him for 15 years. And he's always there when there's a wedding crisis. And he's always trying to set things right.
Okay.
That's how I refer to it.
Yeah. Need to be happy. Everybody need to be happy. Then only the performance or the output will be the best. So with regard to the developers, of course, RERA regular functioning started only July 2023 onwards. So if you see the pan India, the developers in Telangana and also Andhra, because erstwhile state brought in 2006 this mortgage clause. So the builder need to comply all the things mentioned in the sanction plan by the competent authority, also the technical approval given by the planning authority. So all planning regulation and development control regulation shall be adhered to get that 15% or 10% mortgage. That's why they are well structured, because of that condition is there. That is the actually great strength as far as RERA is concerned for implementing. However, because other aspects, considering from the perspective of the compliance of the provisions of the Act, of course, now the streamlined almost. However, since I got the opportunity, from this forum, I want to tell all the promoters and the developers and landowners who are acting as a promoter, when they are taking cost share or the marketing or the joint, so they also will be treated as the promoter as per section 2ZK. So they have the responsibilities and jointly and severally. So they are also be treated as a promoter. We pronounce many orders, making them responsible for complying the legally mandated obligations as per the provisions of the Act once project is registered with us. So all the builders where they are taking up these projects beyond 500 square meters of the site area, and more than 8 units. So after enactment of Real Estate Regulation Development Act 2016, it is a legally mandated responsibility. They should get registered with RERA. First point. Second point, so the violation will attract the penalty, imposition of penalty up to 10% of the project cost. That is a huge and self-defeating rather. So kindly comply that. That is good for you. Once is RERA registered, then I think your saleability, marketing and all that, it will increase. That credibility, trust, faith increase. So while submitting under section 4, ensure that don't leave it to the second and third person. So whatever you are uploading, in addition to the, of course, the sanctioned plan and the approved plan by the planning authority, and also maybe the title, documents, encumbrances, and especially your declarations and undertakings. So once it is registered, it is like Lakshman Rekha. They should be bound by that. There is a legally mandated obligations. So, and also especially the regulation is actually financial regulation. Through financial regulation, project will be regulated from the perspective of the home buyer. So in that context, there is as per the Act, there is a separate account. Some people call designated, some people call escrow account, but it is not escrow, it is the designated account or separate account. So Vamshi knows about that, how it functions, how it money can be utilized, because not only the project CA and project engineer, project architect, they need to certify for drawal of the money from the separate account. The banks also will oversee. So that is a inbuilt oversight, the regulatory oversight mechanism is there. Thereby, the functioning of the builder will be structured. Your planning, financial planning also will be structured. That is for good of you only. So, and also giving the confidence to the home buyer. Thereby, the money keep pumping, because all the people, as per the assessment in the country, 77% of their savings will go to only real estate. That means huge savings are coming to the sector. So, to further increase, I think this is the thing all developers need to do. So, while submit, I request the developers to be cautious to submit the information on 18 items, so that the very objective of the act, leaving or giving the freedom to the prospective halati to take informed decision. There would be issues, as this was saying. So why the rate is so? Because the government. So the title is assured. In other areas there are issues. There may be cases. So the prospective home buyer will take informed decision, duly assessing the risks involved. So when it is informed, tomorrow the problems will not be there. That is the first point. Second point, after getting registered, the 18 items would be there. They will see that additionally, as you also, earlier discussions, you raised this point, the compliance, to what extent it is there. After once it is registered, it is the legally mandated responsibility on the part of the promoter or the developer that quarter reports they should submit. So section 11, 1B to E, it very clearly says every quarter you need to submit 3 reports. Form 1 by the architect, Form 2 by the project engineer, Form 3 by the project CA. And in addition to that, one first year is completed, he has to submit the annual account statement, audited one, by statutory CA, certified. So this speaks, the Form 3 also speaks not only the progress, it also speaks report of means of finance. So that is actually inbuilt mechanism to the promoter, not get into any kind of the problem in the future. So you should see how the finances are flowing. You should have articulated plan, detailed plan of how you are going to raise or infuse the finances to complete the project as per the timelines you committed while submitting the proposal to the RERA. That will get registered. Sorry. So these are the 2 points after registration. Third point, see, finally the project or the real estate business will happen based on the investor confidence, the prospective home buyer or the plot buyer. So that can be assured, whatever that you have done, maybe the model allotment letter that we insist it is a mandatory, that you have uploaded, you should stick to that. You should not deviate from that. Even if you deviate, that will not help you. That will not give, this is self-evidently incapable of giving any right, any advantage. So that they say, maybe some people you can do that, but later when it comes to the RERA, we will follow the provisions of the act. So you cannot deviate. That's why the model allotment letter uploaded in our website while registering the project, that scrupulously you should follow. And also the model agreement of sale that you uploaded, scrupulously you should follow. And also model sale deed that you uploaded, scrupulously you should follow. So these are the few things, because the last 2 years, the deviations are these things I could see. That is why I am utilizing this forum. First, as I mentioned to you, kindly all disclosures you should make on 18 items and get registered. Stick to that like Lakshman Rekha, and ensure that whatever the declarations and the undertakings you have given, kindly stick to that, and accordingly that you should do. Another problem I was mentioning in all forums is the agent. Though it is the responsibility of the promoter or developer, what kind of agents you are engaging. They must be registered under section 9 and 10. They should function like 10. and you should also upload their names while getting registered. After also you can do that because the website is the dynamic. Your project revelations also dynamic. You need to, for example, new agent is taken, that you should do, and ensure that the agent is also informed all the responsibilities and functions, duties of the promoter, because he should be informed. That is the duty of the agent, to facilitate the transaction. So that is one aspect. Second aspect is that he is thoroughly trained from section 3 to 19, so that he will properly inform the allotee. That is very important, crucial, because he will tell something. This was the scenario prior to legislation. Prior to legislation, there is a asymmetry of information. Total information is found to be only in the promoter, and finally happened to see that either not met or disappeared. So that it is not there now. Symmetry of information, transparency and accountability. Unless and until you train the agent, one is its registration, second is he is aware of section 3 to 19, so that he properly communicate to the prospective home buyer, and he will be informed totally. Of course, he is expected to do thorough diligence while taking the informed decision to invest. Some people they cannot do, because all are not like that. Some, the maybe the uneducated would be there prospective. Considering that, I think my request to the promoters and developers is, you need to strengthen the agents and ensure that some areas what it is happening, this agent while facilitating this, he is also taking money. He cannot do that. All money shall go only to the separate account. Now we, of course, to separate account we made 3 accounts: collection account and separate account and miscellaneous account. So
Is that the case you go through?
yes.
Sorry, on a lighter
And
note.
this
On a lighter
one
note.
second. This collection account has the auto sweep facility. It should go, and automatically 70% will go there. The 70%, there is a mandated provision saying that you can draw in proportion to the percentage of construction. That would be certified by the CA and also project architect, project engineer. Yeah, you want to.
No, I'm so.
As a builder,
No, on a lighter note, when he meant agent, he meant me, and when he said builders, he meant these both of them. So he's basically the Singham, RERA Singham. So basically, the RERA Singham. So so I think after after let me tell you. Not that he's sitting here, there is RERA in Hyderabad. There's a different scenario before him and after him, right? After he came, I think things have really changed. People have started, developers have started taking the RERA very, very seriously. So kudos to him. Otherwise, before him, it was basically very, no, it was not active, right? Yeah.
absolutely.
Since subject has
But
come,
the-
Sandeep ji.
But the builders have to stop now because
No. To add one part,
You want-
to add to Sandeep.
say something.
So rightly mentioned, when we joined, so I think Ashtesh also knows, there were 357 projects. 367 projects pending. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months also. Act mandates 1 month. We should get it registered. Today, if you want, you can cross check. I am giving within a week, 10 days, 15 days, 21 days, not more than that. You ask Ashtesh. So we are ensuring, for example, any builder is coming, no, auspicious day is there, sacred day is there. I am ready to give within 48 hours, provided they provide all information across the table. If there is a problem, persistent problem, we are actually inviting, and across the table we are explaining. So I am giving sanction subject to compliance. So whenever he does, whether it is Sunday or Saturday, so system will give generated certificate to him. That kind of facility that we are doing, we are not taking much time. Although mandate 1 month, we are not taking that. So we want to facilitate that.
Point there. So while we're talking about all these regulations and new thoughts, so we'd like to ask you, what does what will RERA do if it finds out that if somebody comes with a complaint that there is delayed possession or it is not constructed the way it is promised, or any other complaints? What is because the reader would be really interested in knowing how to approach RERA and what will you do?
Yeah. Of course, question is focused. Considering the discussions we are going, Mostly they are coming the regulations related to the planning authority and the development control authority. As far as planning regulations and development control regulations are concerned, as per the provisions of the Act, there is a town planning tribunal. It is yet to come. It is in the process of coming. I think they will look into that. That is out of our scope. As far as RERA is concerned, for example, as Zitesh rightly mentioned, whatever is uploaded and got registered and not done. So the allotee has the entitled for the relief. So they can file complaint online or physically, and we will adjudicate and accordingly we will give as provided in the Act. For example, that what Ajitesh was mentioning, once it is handed over, the structural defect, other aspects as mentioned in section 14.3. So they need to, of course, inform the developer. For 5 years it is there, and he has to, without charging, he has to comply. So if it is not done, they can approach the authority. Authority will direct, and accordingly our directions they should comply. And if it is not done, the compensation it is there. So those aspects within the sticking to the approval given by the planning authority and sanction given by the competent authority. So those aspects this authority will, because they are the rights of the allottees. From that perspective, this authority will adjudicate and give orders to comply.